What's up, everybody? I'm going to go through a video here on how to sign up with a new broker, AxiTrader. We've been using Hugo's Way for a little bit now. If you've been part of IML, I know everyone's been kind of using Hugo's Way. I know there are a lot of brokers out there, but this AxiTrader has kind of come into view right now, and so I'm just going to help you guys set this up if you guys are new, and let's give this broker a try. So we're going to open up an account here. And so just going to fill out the application here. Just wanted to make sure that for the application type, you want to make sure that it's individual. We don't use joint, don't use company trust. Make sure to use individual. So once you filled out the application form, you're going to get sent to this page right after, and it's going to say that check your email. So be sure to check your email. If you don't see it in your main page, be sure to check out your junk mail. And when you check in your email here, this is where you're going to see the email, and you're just going to click on verify my details. And it's going to take you to this page right here, and you're going to enter in a password. Make sure the password is a strong password. You don't want anyone breaking into this kind of account, so be sure to choose something that no one will be able to guess. And once you've got that all filled in, be sure to set password and continue. Okay, so for this next part here, we are going to use a standard account. There's no reason to use a pro account unless you are trading with huge amounts of money. I would suggest you just stick with the standard account. There's no reason to use the pro account right now. So I'm going to choose standard. If you decide to do pro, let me know how it goes. But just for this video, we're going to use the standard account. And as you can see right here, it tells you a little bit about it. No commission, no minimum deposit, and FX pairs, commodities, and more. So we're going to go with that one. And you can choose your base currency, whether or not you want it to be Canadian or USD. I'm going to go with USD just because that's what I used on Hugo's. So I'm going to go with USD for AxiTrader as well. So also, you can choose your preferred leverage. Personally, I usually go for 2 or 3. I know Bass uses, I think, 3. So it's up to you, though. I'm going to stick with 2 just for this setup. I'm sure once you've set up the account, though, you can log back on and change it to whatever your preferred leverage is. So I'm just going to continue here with 1 to 200. And you have to fill this out as well. I'm going to put up pause on here so I can fill this out and make sure I know what's going on, but you can fill this out as well. Okay, so once you got that all filled out, you can move on to the next step. I'm not going to show you my address up here, but if you can't find the address on the website because it tries to choose or help you pick your address, you can input the address manually, which is what I had to do for mine. So if you run into that problem, you'll see a button that just says, if you don't see your address here, click on that and you can input your address manually. So we're going to click on verify my account. So when you get to the next page, it's going to ask you to submit a piece of government ID to obviously verify who you are and that you live where you live, right? So you can choose either the national identification document, passport, or driver's license. I'm going to use a passport, but whatever one you would like to use, be sure to take a picture of it properly and send it in. Okay, so Just want to reiterate on if when you send in your piece of ID, whether it's passport, driver's license, or national ID document, make sure that it's not a screenshot of it, or if you've already have it on your computer of a screenshot, it cannot be a screenshot. It has to be a picture taken, and it has to be a JPEG. So make sure that that is done properly, or else they're going to deny it. So I'm going to continue here. Complete. And there we go. We're going to see it's pending verification now, and we can continue to the next step. Okay, and here it looks like it's going to ask us a few different questions of our current employment status, if we have a company name, job title. I guess this would be um, your work uh, name or the title of the place that you work at. It's going to ask for your SIN number, and just down here it tells you why. So the collection of basic employment details is a legal requirement when opening a trading account and is designed to protect vulnerable people from unforeseen losses through trading. As a registered and regulated broker, AxiTrader fully complies with this and all financial laws. In order to open up a live trading account, you must submit these details and be aware that AxiTrader will, when requested, share your TIN with the government departments. So this is making sure that everybody stays safe, and I can say that you can probably sleep a little bit better than if you were to be using Hugo's Way. So I'm going to fill this out. Be sure to input the proper information, and I'll see you on the next page. Okay, and so it looks like for the final questionnaire that they have, they're going to ask you a little bit about your finances and where they're coming from, whether or not it's savings, income, or inheritance. It's going to ask you your average annual income and then your approximate value of savings, investments. Um, Now, I'm not sure how much detail they go into this, but I don't see any harm on letting them know, possibly, like where your funds are coming from. Again, this is a fully legalized broker, so I wouldn't hesitate or try and be not faithful with what you put down for your responses. So I'm going to pause it here, and I'm going to fill it out myself. And then when you're finished, just be sure to press the next button. Okay, so once you filled in that part, we move on to, I guess, the experience just right here. It's going to ask us, I think, a question here. When it comes to Forex trading, how would you describe yourself? So, beginner, I've never traded before and have a basic understanding on how the Forex market operates. I've done some trading before. I know how the market works, and I'm familiar with how to use the trading platform. I trade regularly, and I'm confident in my knowledge and trading ability. So again, you would choose whatever one suits you. I'm going to pause the video, and I'll see you on the next part. Okay, so now we get, it says that we're almost done here. Please review the important documents below before proceeding. I'm not sure about you, but I'm probably going to go through these documents right here. It's important to read these documents, I think, especially when you're signing up for something. Though it's up to you whether or not you want to read it. Maybe give it a quick glance just so you know what you're signing up for and what the rules are and how you're protected. But when you're finished with that, just be sure to click on to I agree, and we can submit. So I'm going to pause it right now, and I'll see you on the next part. Okay, so this is our application summary. Be sure to go through the personal information, make sure that everything is filled out right, your name, your address, because if it's not, they're going to probably get you to fill it out again. Just going to go over here. It tells you that you're a trader, that you chose the standard product, not the pro, and what currency and leverage you're wanting to use. Then it goes down into your verification documents, so whether it was your passport or your driver's license. And the legal documents were the documents that I just mentioned before that you should take a look over before you submit your application. So, and you've already verified your email because you got the email from them. So we're just going to submit our application. And I think after that, I think we should be complete. So yes, there we go. So congratulations, you're all done. It says that the application should take within 2 hours, but allow up to 24 hours. You'll be contacted via email when your account is ready, or contacted via email or phone if you have any more questions about your application. And then they have some videos down here about how to place a trade, basic function of MetaTrader 4, how to use Market Watch, and loading charts to MetaTrader 4. So I'm pretty sure if you're part of IML, you've already seen or know how to use these functions. So I'm just going to leave it at that. You can rate the application. I thought it was pretty easy, actually. I'm not going to give any feedback, so I'm just going to submit. No feedback. Was easy. So we're going to submit. And there we go. So that is how you set up your account with AxiTrader. Be sure to wait for the email to let you know that you have successfully completed it. If you haven't and there's a problem, make sure to read over the rules so that you can do it again and make sure that it's done properly. If you have any questions, be sure to leave a comment down in the comments below on the YouTube video. If you need any help, be sure to reach out to one of the leaders, whether it's someone from the group chat, in the Telegram group, or the WhatsApp group. And yeah, I think that's it. I hope everyone has a great evening. Stay safe, and I hope everyone has an awesome month on the charts. Take care.